Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm a channeler and a healer. In today's video we are going to look at what is coming in 2026 for you. I have 3 piles here, each with 4 crystals, and each crystal is going to represent 1/4 of 2026. So pile 1 is green, pile 2 is orange yellow, and pile 3 is blue. So you can go ahead and choose a pile of crystals and go to the timestamps in the video chapters or in the description, and I'll see you at your reading. Group 1, welcome to your reading. I'm going to pick up your first crystal, which will represent Q1, so January to March 2026. Okay, I'm getting a big sense of forgiveness here. It may be you forgiving someone or someone forgiving you for something. It may be that you're forgiving your past. We're just coming out of the 9 years, which is about purging and letting go of things, so some of that energy will carry over into the first quarter of 2026. There may also be something that's a little bit more recent, maybe in the last week or two, where maybe over the holiday period where you've had to use forgiveness, or maybe there was an instance which calls for forgiveness now. So I'm seeing that it may even be you that's quite sorry for something, and it shows emotional maturity to ask for forgiveness, and this may challenge you a little bit, but it's something that needs to be done because you won't sleep peacefully until it's done. It's interesting because you are very attuned to other people's feelings, and I feel that perhaps something happened where you stood up for your rights a little bit too sternly. And this isn't a warning not to stand up for your rights. This is, you spoke your truth. I feel like there was a little bit of confusion when this incident happened. So someone might have been impaired. Maybe it was over Christmas drinks or something like that. So there was a misunderstanding, and you have been fretting about it ever since. And I feel that it's time to let this go. And if you can't face the person because of distance, or you just don't want to, you can ask for forgiveness energetically. It would be better if you actually faced them and did this, better for your own peace of mind, because it will clear the air very quickly. And you are an emotionally mature person who can do this. It can be a little bit daunting. Nobody likes to admit that they're wrong for anything. And it wasn't that you were wrong, it was just that there was a difference in opinion. And what you said was taken out of context a little bit. So there does need some bridges to be mended. Now, this won't be for everyone, so let's have a look at what else is here. Oh, thankfulness. So for a lot of you, the theme is either forgiveness or thankfulness, because a lot has come into your life in the last 6 weeks, is what I'm getting. And it's always good to stop and be thankful for what has come in. Some of you might have been waiting for something for a really long time. So in the first quarter of 2026, this thing or things may appear, or they may have appeared at the end of 2025. And it's time just to take stock, because you may have been caught up in all the excitement of everything, and it's time to take stock and be thankful, not only to the universe at large and whoever is gifting you whatever it is, but also to yourself for allowing yourself to receive and allowing yourself to appreciate how wonderful the world is, because that's what it amounts to essentially. Okay, Q2, let's have a look. I'm seeing a lot of water and a lot of fun around the water. So you might be going on holiday, and so this would be April, May and June. So you may be going on a holiday where there's a lot of fun. I see kayaking, I see skiing, I see, I was going to say water volleyball, but it's water polo. I see snorkeling, I see diving. So there may be a trip planned, or you might not have this planned yet, but there's a lot of fun around water. So this might even just be one day of a family picnic near a lake or near the ocean or a body of water on the river, which is going to be a lot of fun. I feel like there's an energy of heaviness lifting off you in this quarter, and it's something that has been there for some time. So there's been like a relief. It's like you're shedding something. So even though we're in the universal year 1, which is about new beginnings, there may still be some shedding to do to allow even more new things to come in. Because I feel like you've already received some new things. But there's certainly going to be some fun. Now I'm hearing the term entitlement. And I feel this isn't about you unjustly feeling entitled. This is about you getting what you're entitled to. So maybe someone owed you some money and it's coming to you this quarter. Or maybe you are finally getting recognition for something that you did in the past. Or maybe you are getting promoted and you're entitled to this elevation in status, no matter what part of life it is. Maybe you're getting married and you never thought that would happen, or something. But there's an elevation, and you rightly deserve this elevation. I feel like for this group, from what I'm getting energy-wise, is you've got a lot of integrity and you're hardworking and you do consider other people. So it's like your light is shining and the universe is now saying, here they are, everyone come and see, have a look, rejoice in who they are. And so you may have a bit of a spotlight on you in this quarter. And I'm in two minds about how you'll react to it. I feel like one part of the group will feel very intimidated by it and the other group will say, finally, people are recognising the good in me. And it's not about trying to prove yourself to everyone. It's more about you've been working quietly behind the scenes for a long time. And in the past, people have very much disrespected you and what you've done. And now it's time for that respect to show up. Quarter 3. What have I got for you here? Adventure. There's something new starting in quarter 3. So that's July, August, September. It might be a new job. It might be a new residence. It might be a new car. It might be, it doesn't have to be material. It might just be a new relationship. It might be starting a new business. There's something new starting. So whatever you've got in mind at the moment to start, the energy is there for starting in the 3rd quarter. And I don't know what's happening astrologically then, but there may be energy that helps get new things growing. So new seeds are sown here. And you may, at this point in time, feel, no, there's no way I'm starting anything. I just don't have the energy for that. But the energy will be there and it will be brand new and you'll be very, very excited about it. You might be joining some sort of collective and launching something with them, or it might be a business partner, or I feel like there's a joining with someone. So this could very well be a relationship if it's not career related. And it's going to be a fun time because it's all exciting and new. Yeah, really lovely energy. Very, very exciting at this point. Crystal 4 for quarter 4. So we're looking at October, November, December. I feel like there's a bit of a slowing down at this time. You may have been very, very frantically doing things with this new project or new relationship or whatever it happens to be, new job in this quarter, and now it's time just to slow down a bit. It isn't about stagnating, it's about stepping back, taking stock of what's going on, making plans for next year, and just really embracing how far you've come this year, because I feel that this year, 2026 for you, is going to be a year of a big turnaround. And this may happen for a lot of the people on the planet because the energy is allowing for that. It's a universal 1 year. And it may just be time in the last quarter to actually take stock of what's going on, to settle the energy down a bit, to have a look at what's happened, and to plan for next year. Traditionally, a 2 universal year, which will be 2027, is a slower year, and so some of the energy may be seeping in the last quarter of the year. And I'm hearing the term bump, so maybe someone's got a baby bump. Maybe you might get a bump ahead. Something here is going to... There's also another change here, but it's not going to be as dramatic as the change or changes in quarter 3. It's going to be a little bit more subtle and just like, oh, okay. So something, because we still are in that number 1, there's going to be something else that probably comes in or is new for you, but it's... I don't want to say not as exciting as the previous quarter. It's more about, I think because you're used to these exciting things, you kind of go, oh, and you're more accepting of change. Because for some people, change is quite confronting. And if there's a lot of changes in a short period of time, it can be a little discombobulating. So I feel like this little change, or bump as they're calling it, is actually... it's more subtle and it's gentler for you. So yeah, you're just coming back into equilibrium in the new status that you're in, because there is a lot of change there in the year. Okay, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I will see you in my next one. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. I'm going to pick up your first crystal here and channel through it. This represents quarter 1 of 2026. I'm hearing the term fun in the sun. So even if you don't live in a sunny climate, you might be travelling somewhere sunny, and there's going to be a lot of fun. For some of you who don't have the opportunity to travel, you may be watching things that are set in a sunny location and absorbing the sunlight from that. There's a focus on the sun here in quarter 1. Yeah, for a lot of you, getting outside and getting fresh air and sunlight is really important in this quarter. Maybe you live in a part of the world that doesn't get much sunlight, and so you may have to rectify that in other ways. I'm sure there's ways that you do that, because I'm feeling that sun is very important this quarter. Some of you, you're literally, I'm seeing the tarot card for sun, so there's just a lot of happiness, and also being in the spotlight perhaps, because it's like the sun is shining on you and you alone. And so you're going to be highlighted for something. So it might be a new job, it might be a promotion, it might be a glow up, it might be recognition on social media, it might be something like that, because it's like the sun is shining on you. There's going to be a turnabout probably in finances as well. So if you've been struggling for a little while, there's going to be some change in the new year, or in the first quarter of the year. So if you've struggled with your pay, you might be getting a raise. If you've struggled to pay your mortgage, there might be some interest rate cuts. Something's going to assist you here financially. It doesn't have to be enormous, but it is going to be an assistance. And I'm also getting the message that it's time to take stock of finances, so that if you've been running along without actually paying much attention, it's time to have a look now in the first quarter. Okay. Second quarter. I'm hearing the term the moon with this one. So we've got the sun and the moon. So in tarot, the moon is about things that might be shadowed or hidden from us. The moon. So there might be something hidden from you. There might be something that there's no clarity around. And that's okay. You've just come from the dazzling sunshine and now the sky's covered a little bit. So that's okay. This is a time to kind of retreat, gather your strength, because maybe when the sun's shining, everything's so exciting and just so lovely that you're probably running on empty a little bit. So this is a time to recharge, to reevaluate, and just to get on top of things. I'm feeling a little clouded as I'm channeling this, so this may be a time where things are not clear. So maybe in the first quarter you had a very clear idea of where you're going, and then now you're just like, what's going on? And your spirit team is saying this is okay, because this is a time where they may just be pointing you slightly in another direction. And it's not like you're coming off your path or anything like that. It's just like, just turn 3 degrees to your left and we're going to go that way a little bit. So there just may be some minor adjustments happening to whatever you're doing. Maybe it's plans for holidays or something like that, where a little adjustment to future plans along the same lines, but just adjusting for a better outcome for you. But you can't see that yet, and that's where the moon comes in. So later on, you may come to the realization, oh, that's why we had to do it that way. But in this quarter, it's not going to be clear for you why. I'm also getting that in this quarter, it's a good time to monitor the moon cycles and how you react within the moon cycles, or you might like to do some moon magic and work with the moon cycles. You might like to do some moon gardening, because the moon's a very strong theme here for you. I feel like this lack of clarity around something in your life is actually giving you a better grounding in whatever it is. So maybe you're confused about something or it's not clear and you have to go and do some research, or you have to study something or get some information about something which will help improve whatever it is that's going on. So I'm sorry I can't be any clearer about that. It's because it's literally the moon and it's not clear at all, because the moon represents when you're outside at night looking at things and they're literally not as clear as they are during the day. So the whole energy of that is coming through. Quarter 3. I'm hearing the term balloon. So this might be someone's birthday in this quarter. We're looking at July, August, September. So this might be birthday months for people. This might be that you've got a balloon payment due. You might literally be going for a ride in a hot air balloon. There's something to do with a balloon here. And, you know, when you are in a hot air balloon, you're looking at things from a higher point of view as well. So this may be metaphorical in that you're looking at things from a higher perspective and you're gently sort of looking at it. So it's not like when you're flying where everything's going fast. This is a gentle uplift and a glide and a gentle descent. So, I mean, that could also represent you being elevated into something and moved somewhere else that's not too far away. Yeah, there's a nice calm energy with this. I don't feel like this is anything like you're going to be uprooted and like pulled out of here and plonked down there. I feel like it's more like it's a gentle, whatever is moving you in whatever way. So let's just say your office is relocating, okay? It's going to be planned really well and it's not going to be too far from where you are, and so it's not going to inconvenience you too much. So that's a really simple explanation. But there can be any explanation for this. It's not going to be a harsh change here. And number 1 is the year of changes. It's the universal number 1, 2026. When you add all the numbers up and break it down to its lowest number, it's a 1. And so 1's about new beginnings. And so there has to be something new coming for you this year. And I feel like it's to do with this. You're going to be lifted up, move somewhere and popped back down, but it's going to be gentle. So it may be that you want to move houses, but you're going to move in the same locality. So you might be a couple of suburbs away, or you might be a couple of streets away from where you are. So it's not going to be too much of an inconvenience because you already know where everything is. It's not like you have to learn how to get places again. It's going to be nice and gentle. For some of you, there might be something going on with a family member here that you're stepping in to help resolve. And I can't tell who it is. I feel like it's so many different people. So this may be, let's say you've got elderly parents and they need a little bit of help with housework or something like that, or one of your teenagers needs help getting to and from something. So it's like you're going to be asked to do something in this quarter that you don't normally do, but it's to help someone you love in some form or another. Okay. Quarter 4, so October, November and December. Let's have a look here. Oh, I actually feel like you're going to put energy into yourself in this quarter. You might decide that it's time to change up your fitness program or time to clean up your diet. I feel like there's something new here with health, but in a positive way. So it's not like you're going to suddenly discover you've got something horrible. It's like you're going to take positive action for yourself. It might be that you decide to start meditating or going to yoga or something that's positive and brings you benefit and is different to what you're already doing now. So there's going to be a positive light shone onto your health for yourself and looking after yourself in some way. For some of you, this might mean beauty regimes or maybe even cosmetic surgery, but I also feel like it's coming internally too. If you haven't been eating very well, you might want to move more towards fruit and vegetables and something that's more calming for your system. Maybe you give up alcohol. It's something positive for yourself to do with your physical body. I'm seeing people trampolining. Yeah, there's a real vibe. It's almost like this universal energy that's coming in because there's a lot of people doing this all at once. Maybe it's a new viral thing to do with health that people are all following and is working out very well for people. So no matter what it is, a lot of people are going to be doing it. There might be a bit of a community doing whatever you're doing. For some of you, it's sport. Maybe you've never done sport before and you're going to join a sport. And it's almost like there's something that you see and you suddenly think, I'd like to do that. And it's something you haven't felt that you needed to do before. So this could be anything for anyone, but it has a positive effect on your health. Okay, group 2. I hope you enjoy your 2026 and I'll see you in my next reading. Group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your first crystal, which will represent quarter 1, 2026. Oh, I feel a sense of drive here. I'm feeling with the new year, you might be the one for New Year's resolutions because there's this real sense of drive here and a sense of prospects and getting things done. So I feel like you're probably going to write some New Year's resolutions and you're just going to go for it. And you have a sense of purpose, a sense of drive, and you're determined that this year it's going to be the year that you do it. So maybe it's something that you've tried, over the last 5 years and you haven't quite achieved it, but this year you're going to get it done. So this is a universal year number 1. So this is new beginnings. So the energy is with you. If there's something new that you want to achieve and achieve it this year, the energy is going to be there for that. I'm getting a sense of strength here. So you will need to use your strength, but also I'm getting optimism. So whatever it is that you want to achieve, your strength and your optimism will achieve it. And I feel like as you go on, even if things get a little bit tricky, you're going to laugh about it. I feel like there's a real sense of humour with this. And instead of being serious about it, I get that you are focused, but you're also you're willing to laugh at yourself. So when you come across any issues or you're struggling a little bit with it, you'll just laugh at yourself, and that just relieves the energy and the tension, and you move on again. So just remember that if you come to a roadblock with this, so let's just say you're wanting to learn how to run a marathon, and you know the first 3 weeks you're doing really well, and then your body's starting to get really tired. So when you hit that point of tiredness and just think, oh gosh, can I do this? Just have a bit of a laugh, and it's almost like it changes the energy and you can move on. And that may have to happen several times, but you will achieve what you want to achieve. I get a really good sense of achievement, a good sense of prosperity as well, and a good sense of allowing something new to happen to yourself. So sometimes we all sit back and we wish that something new would happen in our lives, but we often have to take the steps to get there. It's not like, you know, suddenly something's going to fall out of the sky and change things for us. It's often us who have to take that first step or lots of little steps to get what we want. So let's just say you want to build a muscular body. That's not going to plop out of the sky. You actually have to do that. And it is a lot of little decisions, a lot of little steps to get there. So the energy is very good for this in this quarter, if there's something that you want to achieve. Quarter 2, so we're looking at April, May and June. Flying high is what I'm hearing here. So you may have achieved what you wanted to achieve in quarter 1, and now you're flying high off the energy of that. You may literally be going flying and flying to a different location. I feel like this is success, maybe even in career. I feel like there might be something. Maybe you planned, like one of your New Year's resolution was to achieve something in your career, and you've achieved it, and now you're flying high on the success of that. I feel like there may be something that you're trying to undo from the past here as well. So let's just say that you used to be able to lift a certain amount of weight, and you let go of that part of you, but you're trying to get back there as well. So you're trying to reverse sitting on the couch and eating lots of chips and getting back to the strength that you once had. So that's just an example there, but that's the type of energy I'm getting, where you're trying to reverse something that happened in the past. Now, if this is going back to a relationship, I feel that this isn't going to be that successful. You may have an attempt at rekindling a past relationship, but I feel like it isn't really for you, and you will realise that once you start connecting with that person again, you'll remember why it didn't work in the first place. Like, I'm not getting a sense of you can go back here and start again with that person. It's more like if you're looking for a relationship, you're looking for someone new that you haven't had a relationship with before. And that goes for friends as well. This isn't just about romantic relationships. I feel like there's a sense of newness, especially in this quarter, where especially this group in particular, there's a sense of newness with a lot of things. So this is about wanting to go back to the past to fix something, but you're going to create something new. let's just say you had a failed business in the past. This is about creating a new business that isn't the same as the old business. So it might be along the same lines. So let's just say you've got a certain skill. And before you let go of that business, for whatever reason, that skill can be used in a new business. Maybe it just needs a different name, or something different about it, but it can be along the same lines. Oh, I'm just going to pick this back up, because what I'm getting is like, you know those little creative businesses that people have, like where they're making things? I feel like this might be something creative. So let's say that before you had a creative business making scrunchies and that didn't work for you, maybe you're going to have a creative business making, I don't know, placemats or something like that, and that will be more successful. So it's like it's along the same lines, using the same skills, but slightly different. Quarter 3, and this is July, August and September. What have we got here? I'm being pulled to stand up really tall here, and it's like I'm standing proud, and I'm really aligning myself. So maybe you've been doing something to align yourself to your physical body or to who you are as a person, and you've been letting go of some old stuff and allowing new things to come in. And I feel like I'm solid, I'm grounded, I'm content, but I'm ready to take stuff on. It's almost like a warrior stance, like I'm ready. You're ready for the world here. So maybe whatever you've been working on in the first part of the year is really having an impact in the third quarter, because there's such a sense of bring it on, I'm ready. So maybe you've been working towards getting to a certain position in life, and here you are now, you're in that position. And don't get me wrong, there's been work to get here. Like, I don't feel like you've just been sitting by the pool sipping cocktails. You've been working towards something, but in a balanced way. Maybe in the past you used to work until you dropped, but now it's like, no, I'm going to do this in a balanced way. And you've really achieved that, because I feel like I'm in total balance within my body. I've got really good posture. I feel like my chakras are all aligned, and I feel like I can just take on the world. It's such a lovely feeling. It's kind of like a warrior that is a stable warrior. So it's like they can deal with anything that comes towards them, but they don't feel angry, and they don't feel hurt, and they don't feel like they need to go out and attack. They're just there, and, you know, I'm here in case I need to defend anything. Otherwise, I'm just going to live my life. And it's just such a nice, balanced place. It almost feels a little bit foreign to me, to tell you the truth, because it's fierce, but in a non-aggressive way, if that makes sense. It's like, I've got boundaries. I'm telling you what they are. I don't want you to cross them. If you do, you will hear from me. But if you don't, we're good. It's a very interesting sensation. So maybe you've been working really hard on boundaries. Maybe you've been working really hard on tuning into what you want to be as a person, or what you will allow in your life. And once you get to quarter 3, you've strengthened those muscles. You've got to the point where you can be that person that has really good boundaries, and won't be tied to anyone who steps over them without your permission. Yeah, interesting energy. I don't feel like this is someone you're coming across. I feel like this is you. And this is a very, very powerful position. It's like you're getting empowered. And it doesn't have to be aggressive. I don't feel like this is aggressive. I just feel like this is me. And this is who I am. If you don't like it, you can move on. If you do like it, I invite you into my circle. And it's kind of a little bit matter of fact and no nonsense is what I want. And before, maybe you've been a person who, now when I'm speaking about this person, maybe you're a person who's, been really kind to everyone, and you've, been really, really open with people, or not so much open, you've been inviting people in and things like that, and people have taken advantage of it. And as I said that, I'm sinking down and I'm losing my warrior status. So perhaps that's who you have been, and you've been working on really strengthening everything. Maybe you're literally strengthening your core, because I'm feeling myself stand upright with a very good posture. Maybe you're learning ballet, because I'm getting that sense of a really tall, good carriage here, and my hand is spread out. So that's maybe something you've taken on. Yeah, really interesting energy. Very empowering energy for quarter 3 for you. Last crystals, we'll look at the last quarter of 2026, which is October, November, December. And I still feel like you're in that warrior pose, but you're kind of a little bit more relaxed about it. So maybe you go from having no boundaries to having boundaries, and now you're just relaxing them, stepping back a little slightly and relaxing them just a little bit. And that's where you're comfortable, more comfortable. Or maybe it's that you had to put on a warrior pose for someone around you at that time, and they're not there anymore, so you don't have to do that anymore. It's not so much, it wasn't a guarded sensation, it's more about, here I am, don't test me type of thing. And now it's relaxed a little bit. You don't have to be ready to defend yourself. I'm hearing the term toasty. Maybe you're in a climate that gets a little bit chilly at this time of the year, and you're getting yourself nice and toasty and warm. I feel like this is kind of a cozy season for you. So maybe you really love this type of weather, and you love to snuggle in and experience being cozy. And it may also be a time where you shut out the rest of the world and focus on what you are doing. So let's say that you are a creative person who makes things. This may be a season where you just sit down and you concentrate on making things. I'm getting that sort of energy. Like, I don't feel like you're alone. Like, I feel like you're around people, but it's like you're focused on what you want to achieve this quarter. This is a whole year of focus for you. Now, I have to say that a number one person, if it's their life path number, is very focused, and they can be incredibly focused on something. At the same time, they can be easily distracted, but I feel like you're letting go of the distractions here. Maybe you decide to let go of all your social media accounts and screen time and all that sort of thing. Maybe things that used to distract you, or maybe you've put in some boundaries with people and say, between these hours, please don't disturb me because I'm focusing on what I need to do. And you're going ahead and doing it. I feel like this is going to be a very successful year for you, Group 3. And you're going to achieve so much that perhaps you haven't been able to achieve in the past. You're really working with the energy of the 1 year. Maybe you are a life path 1, and so that energy is amplified. But there is going to be a lot of focus and a lot of getting to goals this year. So congratulations. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you in the next one.